Hi everyone, English 1302. Just a quick video today to introduce you to um, uh, the fiction unit, which is really all about short stories. Um, First of all, I've posted two sets of vocabulary words. You'll need to know them both. The first set is all about literary criticism, types of literary criticism, forms of criticism theories, kind of a broad category, including cultural studies, feminist theories, deconstruction, economic theory, stuff like that. The one you want to pay attention to most, of course, is formalism because formalism is further divided into a subset of protagonist, antagonist, setting, tone, uh, those types of vocabulary words that most of us are more familiar with. But that's just one group. The other groups can also be used. These, I want you to think of these vocabulary words as tools that the reader uses, not the writer, that the reader uses to understand a story better. You can read a short story and understand it, but when you start to think about how economic theory applies or how historical criticism applies, you understand it a little differently and hopefully a little bit better. And when you can go through and pick out the protagonist, the antagonist, the setting pretty quickly, then you know you've got a good understanding of it. I recommend that you print out the short stories on the reading list. But when you do, because it's just super easy. I keep mine here in a nice little blue binder. It's super easy to make notes and highlight and help you remember things. But when you print out, especially those first two, I've noticed that Gutenberg has put a whole bunch of files together. So the first short story is really only about 4 pages, but for some reason it printed out 30, including several short stories we don't need. So only print out the short stories you need, download it, and then just cut the ones you don't need. Uh, Print and then delete if you want to. um, but yeah, go ahead and put them in a nice little binder or file folder or kind of some way to keep them organized. There's also a handout on there called Analysis Matrix. It's just a fancy name for the elements of formalism, for the parts of formalism. And what I encourage you to do is not required. There's no grade associated with this, but I encourage you to print one of these out for each story we do, and then just fill it out as you go. This will help you to understand each story better and make it easier to study when it's time for the next unit exam. Speaking of which, the first unit exam will be this Thursday, the exam one. We'll cover, of course, the history of drama, the life and times of William Shakespeare, the vocabulary words, and the play Macbeth. 25 questions, multiple choice, probably won't take 15 minutes if you've studied, if you've prepared. If you're uh, not ready for it, it might take a little bit longer, but not too awfully bad, I don't think. Anyway, that was a quick video just to kind of introduce you to the new module, which is open today. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, jfly@southplainscholars.edu, and in the subject line, put the class you're in. Thanks. Have a good week.